world is asleep, but the phone is awake. Look. Yeah. The moon is high over the bridge of the kings, listening to the song that the concrete sings. 3 in the morning and the fog is thick, making the internal survivalist clock click. I stand by the booth with the blue chip paint, where the spirits of the fallen start to feel faint. The receiver is cold like the heart of the block, monitoring the movement of the project clock. Suddenly the bell gives a single sharp chime, frozen in the middle of the project time. One ring echoes through the empty street, monitoring the rhythm of the violent beat before I can reach for the plastic and steel, knowing exactly how the raw panic feel. The line goes dead and the dial tone dies under the gaze of the paranoid eyes. The blue payphone ring in the dead of the night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. A single signal for the street to decode, walking the length of the dangerous road. The blue payphone ring in the dead of the night, preparing the soul for the final fight. The line is silent, but the message is sent. Wondering where the peaceful moments went. I look to the roof where the snipers might dwell, ringing the neighborhood funeral bell. Was it a signal for the drop to begin? Knowing exactly where the violence will begin, or a ghost in the wire from a 94 hit. Watching the internal project fuse get lit. The street is a cipher and the numbers are deep, monitoring the secrets that the shadows keep. My pager is silent, but the energy is loud. Standing in the middle of a funeral shroud. The blue booth is a relic of a different age, reading the words on the violent project page. The hustle is a science and the gravity is raw, living outside of the reach of the law. The ring was a whisper from the belly of the beast, waiting for the arrival of the project feast. The blue payphone ring in the dead of the night, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. A single signal for the street to decode, walking the length of the dangerous road. The blue payphone ring in the dead of the night, preparing the soul for the final fight. The line is silent, but the message is sent. Wondering where the peaceful moments went. Yeah. The line is dead, but the message was received. Look. I walk away slow with the iron in the stash, watching the collapse of the neighborhood cash. The echo of the bell is a permanent scar, watching the light of a dying star. Queensbridge survival is a constant math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. The phone is a witness to the crimes of the past, knowing that the peace was never meant to last. If the caller is silent, then the target is near. Gaster in the rhythm of the ultimate fear. I blend with the brick and I vanish from view, knowing exactly what the street stalkers do. The blue payphone stands like a lonely blue god, leaving the spirit in the hands of the odd. The city is a circuit and the connection is thin, waiting for the next project cycle to begin. Queensbridge, stay off the line. The streets are calling. Let the beat fade out. The room is cold, but the wax is liquid. Look. Walking into the bedroom after a long shift, feeling the internal project energy shift. The curtains are closed and the air is still. sending the sudden and the violent project chill. I look at the nightstand near the head of the bed, walking through the ghosts of the neighborhood dead. The ivory candle was tall and new, knowing exactly what the project stalkers do. But now it is a puddle of the translucent white, cutting through the fabric of the project night. The pool of the fresh wax cooling on the wood, echoing through the rafters of the neighborhood. I never struck a match and I never lit the wick, making the anxious empty stomach feel sick. Someone was sitting in the chair by the wall, waiting for the heavy project hammer to fall. The melted candle in the middle of the dark, leaving a permanent psychological mark. The flame was alive while I was away, waiting for the arrival of a violent day. The melted candle in the middle of the dark, preparing the spirit for the violent spark. A patient predator watching the time, frozen in the middle of the project crime. I touched the center where the wick used to be, searching for the spirit of the project me. The wax is still soft and the surface is warm, signaling the arrival of a sudden storm. They sat in the darkness and they watched the door, listening for a movement on the hardwood floor. Did they raid my journals or look at the files? Living in the shadows of the project miles. The scent of the vanilla is a heavy sweet shroud, while the heartbeat starts to get incredibly loud. The ultimate violation of the personal zone, leaving the street soldier feeling alone. They were not in a rush and they did not flee, monitoring the life of the project me. The candle is a clock for a lethal intent, wondering where the peaceful moments went. The melted candle in the middle of the dark, leaving a permanent psychological mark. The flame was alive while I was away, waiting for the arrival of a violent day. The melted candle in the middle of the dark, preparing the spirit for the violent spark. A patient predator watching the time, frozen in the middle of the project crime. Yeah. They were here for a long time. Check the closet, look. Queensbridge survival is a constant math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. I check the perimeter with the tactical eye, refusing to let the street survival die. The door is still locked and the window is shut, dealing with the pain of the deepest cut. The phantom has a key or a way through the wall, waiting for the heavy project hammer to fall. I am a target in the slow motion war, locked inside the center of the corridor. The puddle on the table is a physical proof, hiding the truth on the project roof. I pack up the iron and I move to the hall, watching the psychological stability fall. The flame is out, but the message is bright, preparing the soul for the final fight. The wax is hard now. Move the spot, let the beat fade out.
The light is gone. Someone is blocking the lens. Look.
Look. Walking to the door just to check the hall, watching the shadows on the plaster wall. The light from the corridor is usually bright, cutting through the middle of the project night. I lean my face toward the brass ring hole, feeling the shiver in the center of the soul. But the view is black and the lens is blind, leaving the piece of the spirit behind. The yellow glow from the hall is gone, waiting for the arrival of the project dawn. Someone is standing on the other side, with nowhere left for the spirit to hide. They are blocking the ball with a heavy frame, playing the ultimate neighborhood game. A silent visitor at the metal gate, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate.
The shadow in the peephole in the dead of the night,
blocking out the reach of the hallway light.
a silent figure standing perfectly still,
Sending a sudden and a violent chill.
the shadow in the peephole in the dead of the night.
Preparing the soul for the final fight.
The light is gone and the signal is clear.
Mastering the rhythm of the ultimate fear.
I hold my breath and I do not move, finding the rhythm of the survival groove. The metal of the door is a freezing shield before the hidden shooters are finally revealed.
I listen for the sound of a heavy lung while the project tension starts to get hung. But the visitor is a ghost with a tactical plan, mastering the life of a project man. Are they looking for the light through the gap, triggering the ultimate neighborhood trap? Or are they waiting for the latch to turn, watching the bridges of the sanctuary burn? The darkness in the lens is a physical weight, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. The hallway is a witness to the stationary threat, paying the ultimate psychological debt. I grip the handle, but I do not twist, feeling the moisture on the shaking wrist.
The shadow in the peephole in the dead of the night,
blocking out the reach of the hallway light.
a silent figure standing perfectly still,
Sending a sudden and a violent chill.
the shadow in the peephole in the dead of the night.
Preparing the soul for the final fight.
The light is gone and the signal is clear.
Mastering the rhythm of the ultimate fear.
Yeah, they are staring right at me. Do not blink. Look, 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 look.
Queensbridge survival is a constant math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. I reach for the iron in the waste of the jeans, knowing exactly what the project survival means. The light returns with a sudden flash, watching the ghost in the corridor dash. I hear the rhythm of the running feet, merging with the sounds of the violent street. The shadow is gone, but the memory stays, surviving the heat of the project haze. I stay in the corner with the hammer pop, checking the heavy iron of the project lock. The lens is clear, but the trust is dead, feeding the intense paranoia in the head. The sanctuary is a target once again, trapped in the middle of the project pen.
The light is back.
Stay in the dark.
Let the beat fade out.
You see him in the water. Don't blink, don't blink.
Yeah.
Don't blink. I am standing on the corner where the light is turning red, thinking about the words that the older hustler said. The rain is coming down and the pavement is black, watching for the demons that are jumping on the back. I look down at the gutter where the trash starts to pile, feeling like I haven't seen a sunbeam in a while. In the middle of the puddle is a vision of the law, the coldest silver grill that the street soldiers saw. Distinct silver bars reflecting in the dark, leaving a permanent psychological mark. The interceptor engine has a low steady growl, watching while the project Timberwolves start to howl. They are sitting in the shadows with the electronics on, waiting for the arrival of the project dawn. I do not show the sweat and I do not show the fear, knowing that the ending of the hustle is near. I see the Crown Vic grill reflecting in the street, keeping my composure while I'm moving on my feet. The silver bars are watching every move that I make, knowing just how much a street soldier can take. I see the Crown Vic grill reflecting in the street, trying to avoid the heavy pressure of the heat. The boys are in the cruiser and they wanna see me fall, standing with my back against the project brick wall. They are moving like a phantom with the headlights kill, waiting for the moment that the project project, blood is spilled. I can see the silhouette of the blue uniform, signaling the arrival of a sudden street storm. The precinct sent the wolves to the center of the block, checking every second on the heavy project clock. The reflection in the water is a tactical edge, pushing the paranoid brain right over the ledge. If I make a sudden move, then the sirens gon' scream, waking up the neighborhood from the peaceful dream. But I keep the walk steady like I'm going to the store, ignoring the vibration on the killing room floor. The chrome on the front is a smile made of steel, knowing exactly how the raw panic feel. They wanna see the iron and they wanna see the stash, watching the collapse of the neighborhood cash.
I see the crown, big grill, reflecting in the street, keeping my composure while I'm moving on my feet. The silver bars are watching every move that I make, knowing just how much a street soldier can take. I see the crown, big grill, reflecting in the street, trying to avoid the heavy pressure of the heat. The boys are in the cruiser and they wanna see me fall, standing with my back against the project brick wall. They think they caught us slipping. Keep walking. Look.
Queens is the kingdom and I am the air, breathing in the heavy and the human project air. The gutter is a mirror for the life of a king, hearing the song that the street vultures sing. The cruiser rolls past and the water starts to splash, hiding the evidence of the neighborhood dash. The grill disappears but the threat is still real, harder than the texture of the industrial steel. I hand for the lobby and I skip the elevator, seeing you in hell or I will see you much later. The game is for the strong and the weak gon' die, looking at the reaper with the cold stone eye. I make it to the crib and I lock the metal latch, knowing that the precinct made a lyrical match. The silver bars are gone but the memory is fresh, feeding the fear in the center of the flesh.
We always watching the water. Let the beat fade out. Don't blink. We counting the night. Get the money. Look.
Sitting in the kitchen with the lights turned low, watching the internal project tension grow. The table is covered in the dirty green paper, avoiding the reach of the federal scraper. My thumbs are moving with the rhythmic slide, with nowhere left for the spirit to hide. I am halfway through a 20,000 stack, knowing exactly how to stay on the track. The air is heavy and the room is still, sending a sudden and a violent project chill. I reach for the bundle on the left hand side, watching the terrified project visions glide. The rubber is old and the stretch is thin, knowing exactly where the violence will begin. I pull it tight to secure the loot, watching the arrival of the project fruit.
The rubber band snap like a gunshot sound,
keeping the heavy boots firmly on the ground.
The money is the motive and the paper is the goal,
feeding the hunger of the project soul.
The rubber band snap like a gunshot sound,
watching the terrified project world go round.
It stings the skin but it wakes up the brain,
relieving the pressure in the project rain. The latex breaks with a sudden loud crack, sending the spirit on the counterattack. The bills fly loose on the linoleum floor, opening the path for a project war. I flinch for a second and I reach for the steel, knowing exactly how the raw panic feel. It sounded like a heater in the quiet of the room, anticipating the arrival of a sudden doom. But it was just the plastic in the hungry grip, watching the cold when the project sweat drip. I gather the hundreds and I start to count, watching the internal project energy mount. The hustle is the science and the money is the math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. I grab a fresh band from the kitchen drawer, listening for a movement on the hardwood floor.
The rubber band snap like a gunshot sound,
keeping the heavy boots firmly on the ground.
The money is the motive and the paper is the goal,
feeding the hunger of the the project soul.
The rubber band snapped like a gunshot sound.
Watching the terrified project world go round.
It stings the skin, but it wakes up the brain,
relieving the pressure in the project rain.
Yeah, that is the sound of work. Get a fresh one. Look.
I rap it twice, and I lock the bundle tight, cutting through the fabric of the project night. Queensbridge survival is a constant math. Walking the narrow and the lethal path. The sting on the wrist is a badge of the trade, fearing the mistakes that the silence has made. I pack the duffel and I head for the door, leaving the residue on the kitchen floor. The stack is ready and the signal is clear, mastering the rhythm of the ultimate fear. I am the king of the Southside block, checking the heavy iron of the project clock. The snap was a warning to stay on the toes, surviving the violence that the neighborhood knows.
Count it again. Let the beat fade out. Fade out. The mail was delivered, but the address is wrong. Look. Walking through the shadows of the evening rain, feeling the heavy project psychological strain. I reach the bedroom and I flip the switch, watching the internal project energy hitch. The bed is made and the room is still, sending the sudden and the violent project chill. Right in the center of the pillowcase, searching for the shadow of the target face. A piece of paper sitting face up and flat, knowing exactly where the demons are at. It is the final notice for the man next door, lying on the fabric of the sanctuary floor. The pink paper is a heavy legal weight, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. Someone peeled the warning from the neighbor door and brought it to the middle of the killing floor. The rerouted mail on the pillowhead, walking through the ghosts of the neighborhood dead. The eviction notice is a lethal sign, crossing the dangerous invisible street line. The rerouted mail on the pillowhead, feeding the intense paranoia in the head. They took the paper from the hallway wood, echoing through the rafters of the neighborhood. The neighbor disappeared about a week ago, trapped in the middle of the project undertow. They left his notice on the external frame, playing the ultimate neighborhood game. But now the document is inside my room, anticipating the arrival of a sudden doom. The intruder walked right past the heavy lock, checking the heavy iron of the project clock. They sat on the mattress and they placed the sheet, monitoring the rhythm of the violent street. A message from the reaper that the time is thin, knowing exactly where the violence will begin. The ink is a promise that I am the next, reading the words of the project text. The sanctuary is a target and the lock is burned, waiting for the lesson that the street has learned. The rerouted mail on the pillowhead, walking through the ghosts of the neighborhood dead. The eviction notice is a lethal sign, crossing the dangerous invisible street line. Rerouted mail on the pillowhead, feeding the intense paranoia in the head. They took the paper from the hallway wood, echoing through the rafters of the neighborhood. Yeah, they're clearing out the floor, and you are on the list. Look, Queensbridge survival is a constant math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. I grab the duffel and I pack the steel, knowing exactly how the raw panic feel. The paper is a witness to the total breach, reaching for the safety that is out of the reach. If they can put the mail on the pillow side, with nowhere left for the spirit to hide, they can put the iron to the sleeping face, erasing the memory of the target space. I leave the notice where the intruder left it, paying the ultimate neighborhood debt it. I step to the hallway and I do not look back, preparing the soldier for the counter-track. The building is a ghost town with the locked gate, watching the final project story relate. The neighbor is gone, and I am leaving too. Let the beat fade out.
My hip is buzzing, but the screen is blank. I am leaning on the corner with the work in the pocket, moving through the city like a heat-seeking rocket. The beeper on my belt starts to rattle and shake, making every muscle in my body start to ache. I pull the plastic clip and I look at the screen. The craziest message that a hustler ever seen. 911 is the code flashing bright, cutting through the fabric of the project night. But the source of the page is a mystery digit, making the internal project spirit feel fidget. A string of the zeros in the strange looking mark, leaving the soldier in the middle of the dark. The number does not exist in the neighborhood code, walking the length of the dangerous road. Is it a warning from a friend or a foe? Trapped in the middle of the project undertow. I got the 911 code on the hip tonight, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The pager is vibrating and the message is clear, mastering the rhythm of the ultimate fear. The number is a ghost but the danger is real, harder than the texture of the industrial steel. Emergency signal from a phantom on high, under the gaze of the paranoid sky. I head for the shadows of the staircase well, ringing the neighborhood funeral bell. I check the perimeter and I look at the gate, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. If the precinct is calling and the signal is tapped, knowing exactly how the soldiers get trapped. Is it a hitter with a digital tool, following the rules of the neighborhood school? I press the button to scroll through the log, walking through the center of the project fog. The vibration is steady and it will not stop, waiting for the heavy project hammer to drop. My heart is a drum and the rhythm is fast, knowing that the piece was never meant to last. The plastic is warm from the heat of the skin, knowing exactly where the violence will begin. I got the 911 code on the hip tonight, hiding from the reach of the tactical light. The picture is vibrating and the message is clear, mastering the rhythm of the ultimate fear. The number is a ghost but the danger is real, harder than the texture of the industrial steel. Emergency signal from a phantom on high, under the gaze of the paranoid sky.
Yeah, throw the beeper in the trash. We found a frequency.
Look. Queensbridge survival is a constant math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. I take the battery out and I drop the frame, playing the ultimate neighborhood game. The screen goes dark and the buzzing is done, refusing to be the one on the run. I move to the safe house to switch up the gear, mastering the rhythm of the ultimate fear. The phantom caller is a mystery still, sending the sudden and the violent chill. I am the king of the Southside block, checking the heavy iron of the project clock. And 911 code was a tactical test, putting the survivalist soul to the test. I stay on the move and I stay in the light, preparing the spirit for the final fight.
Change the number, the ghosts are calling. Let the beat fade out.
Look up at the ledge. Someone is watching the block. Look, I am walking through the courtyard with the hood on my head, thinking about the money and the words that I said. The projects are quiet, but the shadows are deep, monitoring the secrets that the hustlers keep. I tilt my eyes upward to the edge of the roof, searching for the physical and tactical proof. High above the brick, where the water tank sits, where the local street soldier usually quits. I see a tiny orange glow in the midnight air, breathing in the heavy in the human project air. A cigarette burning like a miniature star, watching the activities from a distance so far. The spotter is sitting on the cold concrete ledge, pushing the paranoid brain right over the edge. He is holding a radio or a high power lens while the internal project security begins. The rooftop spotter with the orange glow, watching the movement of the project flow. The cherry is burning on the edge of the height, keeping a watch in the middle of the night. The rooftop spotter with the orange glow, watching the seeds of the violence grow. High above the ground where the snipers stay, waiting for the arrival of the project day. I keep my pace steady and I do not react, preparing the soul for the counterattack. Is he working for the precinct or a rival crew? Knowing exactly what the street stalkers do. The smoke is a signal that he is comfortable there, taking in the heavy and the toxic street air. He can see the whole grid from the rooftop post, standing at the weakest and the loneliest post. I move under the scaffolding to block out the view, refusing to let the hidden shooters come through. The height is an advantage that I cannot ignore, opening the path for a project war. The orange light flickers and it drops to the ground, listening for the terrifying project sound. The ember is falling like a vertical spark, leaving the soldier in the middle of the dark. Top spotter with the orange glow, watching the movement of the project flow. The cherry is burning on the edge of the height, keeping a watch in the middle of the night. The rooftop spotter with the orange glow, watching the seeds of the violence grow. High above the ground where the snipers stay, waiting for the arrival of the project day. Yeah, they got the high ground, but we got the streets. Southside, look. Queensbridge survival is a constant math, walking the narrow and the lethal path. I am the king of the block and the master of fate, signaling the arrival of a sudden fate. The spider is a ghost in the project wind, knowing exactly where the violence begins. I reach for the iron and I step in the door, leaving the residue on the killing room floor. The sky is a witness to the predator eye, refusing to let the street survival die. I will see him on the roof or I see him in hell, ringing the neighborhood funeral bell. The orange glow is gone, but the danger is real, harder than the texture of the industrial steel. I like the metal deadbolt and I sit in the dark, leaving a permanent psychological mark. Keep your head up, they watching from the top. Let the beat fade out. Yeah.